Hello, everyone. It has been a long time since I've been here. I am so glad to be back. I guess this is the first time I'm showing my face on this channel, I think. But hi, yeah, I'm Ava. It's been I don't know, a couple years since I've last posted. I've been going through a little hermit mode and just some deep introspection and some deep healing. And I've just really felt called to get back on here and start posting again. And yeah, I went for a run for this. I went on a run this morning and Spirit just really moved me to go live. Like I was going to at first just um record the message and then post it, but I felt really moved to do it live. And I'm just going to make this pretty quick because I got to, it's just going to be pretty quick today. So you'll see that I titled it a message. I think it says a spring equinox message for all the life alchemists out there. So there is a lot of shifting and changing, a lot of things falling away, a lot of growth and renewal and healing and expansion going on right now. So I just wanted to see what what messages Spirit has for the collective today. And keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Everything is not gonna hit the same way for everybody, and that's totally okay because we are complex beings and we are not all the same, so that's all right. And this message it's timeless, so it'll find you whenever the time is right. What else? Oh yeah, so if you look in the description box, if you're wanting a private reading, there's information on that down there. And also I just realized I forgot to put my website on there, which I will. It's thealchemicalroot.com. I am an herbalist, and I also create small batch tinctures, herbals, elixirs, herbal oils. I said herbals, herbal oils, salves, flower essences, all geared toward healing the spirit, nourishing the central nervous system, and just helping us along this journey. So I don't have all of my products on there, but I do have some of them on there. And yeah, so just take a look at that. Also, you can book readings straight from there, but I just also made it easier to just email me if you feel called to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 3-card spread. I'm going to keep it simple today because if you're used to me from my Queen Midas Life Alchemist channel or most of my spreads before, like I would just freestyle it, but I'm going to do 3 cards to keep it simple. So we're going to do, the first one is the immediate past. The second card will be the current, the present right now, and then the third one will be possible outcome or like guidance from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you're watching this, please remember to like. Feel free to share the message if you feel like someone needs if you feel like they could benefit from it. And then also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the people that are still subscribed, because like I got on here and I was like, oh my gosh, still have subscribers. So that's cool. And I guess just whatever you feel called to do. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. So for the immediate past here, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale by Cyril Marchetti. He's one of my favorite artists. So the first card we have here is the Knight of Wands for the immediate past. Um, what draws my attention is the volcano in the background, and I'm not getting like the normal Knight of Wands messages from this. Like my eye is drawn to the volcano. It's like something erupted. Like, I don't know, it could have been a passionate argument, a passionate disagreement, emotions erupting within the self to come to the surface because it's time to be healed, and it's time to uh acknowledge the what needs to be addressed and what needs to be healed. Because if we don't see something, if we keep suppressing something, and if we are not bringing attention to it and putting an eye on it, it cannot change. So things that are observed shift. uh and I can't remember what theory that is, but like a thing, like an object that is watched shifts. If you think about like Mario games, like the old school games, like the scene would not appear until the character gets to that scene, and then it starts to uh like materialize. That's very similar to this. Like things that are hidden or like suppressed or denied cannot truly be worked through and alchemized because they are not being looked at. So there was something that was not being looked at. There were, um, I just feel so much heat and energy. It feels like resentment. I don't know, resentment, maybe passion about something, or like suppressed passion about something, anger towards someone or the self, maybe hidden sexual stuff, because this is the Knight of Wands, and he can be like the knight that goes in and is like flirty, or thinks with his lower chakras. um so there is that too. There could have been like sexual suppression or something like that. But it really feels like there's something that was hidden that spilled over and started to. I'm looking at it going through the scenery, like the earth, which is physical. So it's something that was energetic that like spilled over and started to come into the physical. And it feels like spirit is saying, like, since this is in the immediate past, this could have been, and I'll take it if it resonates, this could have been something that already happened or is in the process of happening right now. I have the Page of Cups here for the present. So this feels like a new energy, or like a new offering of an emotional state, an emotional being. And it's really interesting, these two seahorses. So seahorses are hermaphroditic, meaning they have um, both the male and the female aspects in them. I don't know if they actually have both sets of sexual organs, but I do know that the males carry the babies. So there's that, but it feels like a more balanced viewpoint, or some sort of like emotional balance that started to shift after this eruption and after this change, which is really interesting because we did just come out of a time where we're still. I think I honestly still feel like the shedding of the snake energies are still going to be. There's going to still be like residual energy going through the next few months, even though we did um formally, is that the word, shift into the year of the horse, with the year of the fire horse. um that's so funny, fire, and then there's a seahorse. The year of the fire horse, on the 20th, so 2 days ago. um yeah, so there was things that came to the surface, things that needed to shed. Maybe this eruption was something that's I get so much tower energy from this, like things that were not being looked at, and spirits like it's time to look at them. It's time to go forward. Like these things need to come up. Um, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is a badger down here at the where is this? Right here at the bottom. But I just got the in my head like honey badger don't give a beep. I don't know. I would normally curse, but I don't know if there's children watching this. But honey badger don't give a mm. So it's like maybe like maybe somebody was going around and just not taking other people's emotions into account. And maybe this is also a message of like it is time. Definitely, I feel like this is a major theme, at least for myself going forward. And a lot of people that I've spoken to and a lot of people that I've heard to speak about it is like authenticity is everything. Like it's like, you know, I might not be your cup of tea, but I also don't care, So that's kind of what this. That's another energy that I'm picking up with that honey badger down there, that badger or whatever, is like. This is me. This is my energy. I'm sitting on top of my horse. I'm wielding my wand. I am confident, and I'm going forward. And you know what? I feel two sides. I'm very like look at it both ways. So someone could have been like way too much into that leaning too hard to that side and not taking other people's emotions into account. And then they could also be like, this somebody could have just mounted their horse and been like, this is me. This is who I am. I've been in my cave realizing and stepping into who I truly am. And this is where I get this new cup of emotion. Um, I know I see butterflies, transformation. So transformation, levity, maybe, and this is definitely a lighter energy than this. It's like after all that stuff erupted and healed, it was time to move forward and pick up this new cup of emotions. And I just feel I'm looking at the water and it's just like flow and there's movement and there's waves back there. Are those white caps? But there's movements. Moving water is healing water. Water that stays still is stuck and stagnant, and it starts to accumulate like films and stuff. But there's movement here. There's flow. There's two sides being. There's masculine and feminine energy being taken into account, and it's like there's this balance being brought. Emotionally because in internal energy or deep hidden stuff was transmuted or is in the process of being transmuted. Take it how it resonates. And then we've got seven of cups here, so more cup energy. So it feels like because of the internal world being observed and treated with I don't know, getting treated with respect and care. I mean, that makes sense. That could be for the self and for others. Take it how it resonates, because I know a lot of people, at least from what I've been hearing and from what I've experienced personally, are starting to pay more attention to what they need personally. So maybe there is respect and care being shown to the self first, so that that cup can be taken care of, so that there's more to be offered forward and being able to receive, because these are both cups are both feminine energy, they're water energy, and the feminine energy, both cups, again, womb, bowl, containers and vessels to hold space and to receive. So it's like things had to be cleared out in order to receive this balanced energy and emotions. And then look at all these uh there's the seven of cups is a card about options, and all of the options might not be aligned with the highest and best path forward or point the individual you toward your truest true north. However, I feel like with this time and attention and care that was spent looking at and healing and alchemizing and moving away from that tower, that destruction, that realization of like, this is no longer going to work. Therefore, it's exploding. And it's like, I'm moving away from it. Because the way that it came out, it's like this knight is literally walking toward, riding toward, oop, there we go, the Page of Cups here. So I lost where I was in that sentence, but where was I? It's like because he moved away from that tower moment, shifted to that new space of like cleared energy, flowing energy, being able to give and receive, being able to balance the masculine and femininity within the self, and being able to accept and embrace and embody that transformation and that levity. There's new pathways opening up, new portals being made known, and a new sense of clarity, I guess, to where the internal compass is able to know what options will align and which will not. So again, that's possible outcome. Let's see. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck, we got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, highly intuitive. She cuts to the point. She's very thoughtful. She can be cutting with her words. So that is one thing. That's one thing to take into account, especially with this. If this was someone who was not taking other people's energy or emotion into like with respect or respecting themselves, take it how it resonates, but maybe now they're doing that to themselves or others. Like they are holding that sword of truth in all of their encounters, but they're also staying balanced with that Page of Cups energy, with the masculine and femininity, giving and receiving in the immediate presence. And I love the doves in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 doves in this picture. 6 is a number of like, well, when I see 666, I think it makes me think of like, where are my thoughts right now? How can I redirect my thoughts so that I am only focused on the things that align with my highest and best path and my truest true north. So I feel like also this is like divine guidance and remembering to do and say, not do, but I mean, yeah, do, but more so because these are swords. Swords are thoughts, words, and ideas, but like the mental space, making sure that those that space is aligned with the truest true north, the highest and best path, and that is how we know which options are best for us. Very cool. So it's like this sense of clarity came after this, like that's got to go. Very cool. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see really quickly. Okay. I'm almost at 20 minutes. Really quickly, I want to pull a card from the Power of Surrender deck. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments. And then also, remember to like the video. And once again, the link to my website and my shop is in the description, and so is information on how to book a reading with me. Okay, let's get a card for Power of Surrender. What is something the Life Alchemist here on this channel can surrender moving forward? Oh, okay. Oh, so good. Oh, okay. First thing I'm going to show at the bottom is surrender to spirit. If you've watched me for like any of the past 4 years on this channel or my Lash or Queen Midas Life Alchemist, I love to peek at the bottom of the deck. So surrender to spirit. Absolutely. This is a time of trusting the intuition like none other, like cutting out other people's thoughts, ideas, opinions, whatever, external environment, all the craze in the world, because the only truth is love. And how do we connect to that? The only truth is divine love. Okay. Um, and we connect to that through our heart portal and surrendering to spirit and connecting to nature, and because spirit is all around us and messages can come through birds like this, birds, plants, other people, snippets of radio or movies or songs that we hear when we've been like thinking about something or trying to get an answer or like feeling kind of stuck. Be open and ready to receive messages from everywhere. So this says once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, that was total blurb. Let's read this. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And that is kind of what I was saying is like letting like if there's something that maybe you have just feel like you've been mulling over and over and over again and you can't figure out which way to go or who or what or when or where, offer that up to spirit, let it go, and then be open and ready to receive the messages from wherever they may come, and use your intuition. Use like run everything through the filter of intuition, through the heart space, to know what is the best path forward, which cup aligns with your highest and best path and your truest true north. Absolutely. I love also thinking about this that the very first card that came out is the Knight of Wands. He's the fire knight, he's on a horse. And we just shifted into the fire horse 2 days ago. So I absolutely love that. First card, surrender to effortlessness. Beautiful. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And I talked about flow. That first one is energy, force, like trying to do. Um, with the wand, it's the energy of energy. With the cups, it's water, it's flow, it's working with the divine, surrendering to spirit. And again, you've got surrender to effortlessness here. Surrender to your intuition, letting things come to you, being open and ready to receive, being receptive. We're moving out of a space where survival mode is the existence, and I know that might be hard to embrace in this world and the way that the systems are working right now, but the more each individual embraces that, the more we will continue to embrace that as a society, as humanity, and the more we will pull that in. I keep looking at this is such a side note. I keep looking at my bun because it's like choop because I was just out running. So funny. Yeah, but anyway, so again, surrender to effortless effortlessness. Know that you are held, know that you are supported, know that spirit has your back. Um, Also, surrender your ego. This makes me feel like this Knight of Wands here because he can be, I would say, of all the knights. I could be wrong, but he feels like he might be the most egotistical one, especially if he is the one who's not taking um, other people's emotions and thoughts and opinions into account. Well, maybe not necessarily opinions, but their energy and their emotional input, especially if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. Surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. Again, another confirmation of what I was saying earlier of running everything through the heart space, running everything through. Is this the highest and best truth? Does this align with my highest and best path? Does this point me toward my truest true north. If it's a yes, then hop on that horse and run forward, run forward and be open and ready to receive. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. That I feel goes right along with what I was saying, and the messages that I feel are coming through right now. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, again, here, surrender your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. More about flow, more about shifting out of the ego, the going, things have to be this way, control, maybe self-centeredness, not taking other people's stuff, or I don't know, interaction, emotional input, whatever, connection into account, and shifting into flow and balance and receptivity. Of course, only receptivity to the things that are um, true, full and complete truth, and align with divine love. But if you are surrendering to spirit, if you're surrendering your ego, if you are relying on um, messages and input and your intuition, then you're going to know what is the best for you. Oh, and then here, surrender to complete healing. I had just had to look at this. This was on the bottom of the deck. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of nature that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I absolutely love that. I absolutely agree with it because, a lot of people are going through this. Again, this is not the tower card, but when it first came out, I heard tower, and the very first thing that drew my eye was the volcano, and it also just felt very towery to me. There's been so much that has been brought up for the deconstruction of the self, brought up for healing and letting go, and a lot of ancestral stuff that we have been carrying that was never ours to carry. And it's like, let it come up, let it be acknowledged, and then let spirit come through and bring about healing and alchemization and transformation with those butterflies, and levity, cleansing with the water here, and letting things shift and move, and choosing a new path, choosing new options that are yours and aligned with your highest and best path, and with moving forward. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull, let me see one card. Oh, okay. So I am pulling from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and I was gonna ask for one more message from Spirit, and I split the deck. Look, healing chaos and stand still. So healing chaos, again, healing the internal state, bringing about balance, bringing about peace, and stand still. Like maybe some of you all might need to slow down and again tap into your intuition and take the time to really see what it is that you need. How can I support myself? How can I support my nervous system? Do I need to rest? Do I need to pay more attention and check in with my um, inner child? What do I actually need for full and complete healing? Because you do have that card of surrender to complete healing at the bottom of the deck. Oh, look, change. Change is what came through. That is what I asked, like, Spirit, change and trust. Trust in the divine. Look at these calm waters. Trust in the change that spirit is bringing about in your life. I love that this horse, so a horse is heavy, but this horse is being lifted by this hot air balloon, and it's up in the clouds, and I just feel like it's like this ability to see things from a higher perspective. It's by the sun, so the sun illuminates things. The sun brings healing. It's a source. It supports life. It supports renewal. And I'm looking at the white of the horse, and I feel like purification. And again, I feel like it's a transformative, it is a card of change. Like a transformative energy, and just trust that what is for you will find you. It won't ever pass you. Trust in the calmness of life. I don't know, because a lot of people, that healing chaos card was on the split, and some people like thrive in chaos, and a lot of us have. We've been taught to move through this life in survival mode, and that chaos and craze and confusion is how we're supposed to exist. But trust, if something or someone is calm and centered and balanced and stable, trust that that is a safe space. And that is how spirit will feel. That is how messages from spirit will feel. That is how options and paths that open up that are divinely guided will feel. Again, check in and run everything through your heart center. Do I feel calm? Do I feel um, peaceful and at peace with this decision? Like, am I feeling anything in my body that feels a little bit off about this? Pay attention to that and trust your intuition. Again, Queen of Swords, trust your intuition. Who is that? Oh, um, yeah. So beautiful, beautiful. Oh, stop. I don't know. I was just being nosy, and I went like this, and it's two cards back, but the transformation card was right there. Again, another butterfly. Um, deep, deep healing and change going on for you. How many cards of like change and healing? Um, one, two, three, four. You know, there's so much in the air about change and healing, and just trusting the process, trusting yourself, trusting in the spirit to guide and lead you and open up pathways when doors shut, windows might open, or just new spaces and new people might come along. Shifts and perspectives are changing within you right now, that are shifting the way that you navigate and interact with this world, which is beautiful. So I hope these messages bless you. I hope they make sense to you. Again, please drop a message in the comments. And if you would like a private reading, again, information is in the details, or yeah, in the details. And then also my website is there. And yeah, I will see you all soon. It's so great to see you all again. I've been missing YouTube so much, but I have had to pull back and take time for myself. So I love you all. You are sovereign, powerful, worthy, and loved. You are the alchemist. You are the one that you have been waiting for. I love you. Have a great day and happy spring. Bye.